Oh, I have food in my mouth.
Oh, you got food in your mouth. Well, you don't have a camera, so no one cares.
Yeah, okay, I suppose that's true. I was wondering about the poll from Monday. If there was any way for me to find if you're going to keep that a secret, or if you're going to tell us
Yeah,
from
you guys
Apocalypse
can
World.
go check. You can go to that link and click results and see what.
But can I? What can I do? Chat history and find the.
It's on the video as well if you want to go load them up, but I can send you the links. Yeah, guys, what he's talking about is we just did an Apocalypse show on Monday, Apocalypse World, and you can vote on what stats you'd like to have the various characters do. There's the links there in chat. Obviously, you can check the highlights on the channel page. Or if you're watching on YouTube, you can go load the Apocalypse World playlist.
They did the same thing as happened last time. It's all one link instead of four.
4 different ones for me, but
Did you guys just play, or just do character creation, or did you actually get into play?
We played.
We did some play, and
Listen, we need to get back to the cliffhanger. These people
Oh,
are
yeah.
waiting to hear
Yeah,
what
yeah,
happens
yeah,
with
yeah.
the flying worm thing.
That's fair. That's
Guys, we can talk about this at the end.
fair. That's
Yep.
fair.
what happens to the flying worm thing is I'm going to take it and beat it into the iron cabinet until it stops moving.
Cool. That sounds like you're rolling strength.
Pretty much.
Let's do it.
Because, I'm already holding on to it, so that seems like the
Yeah.
proper thing to do.
Plus, it gives you a better chance to fail,
Um,
which you do.
I fail.
Mark XP. Okay. Yeah, you start hearing a buzzing in your mind again, Eladamri, and I need you to roll plus wisdom.
Hey, I make that one.
Okay, you continue to babble incoherently. It slips out of your grasp in the meantime.
Alrighty.
What do you guys want to do? Come on, Jim, you gotta hop in here, man. The last the only 2 combats, every single time you've been like, I want to do this action, and we're like, but that already happened. Be proactive, jump in here, stab it, do something, sing a song.
I just stabbed at it a turn ago, and I'm going to repeat that action. This is the problem with the no initiative thing.
Yeah, but yeah, that's just I don't want to put you on the spot, but of course I have to because you're the only one who's done it so far. Last time you had the I want to close the door in its face, and everyone was like, but it's already dead. That happened, and that happened just a minute ago with you again as well, because you were like, I pull it off me, and we're like, it's dead already. I'm trying to get you psyched up here, Frederick William Mayfield the 14th. Play us a jam and tune on your saxophone.
I understand. So I'm going to well, yeah, since Eladamari seems to be having some difficulties finishing this thing. Well, Anchorage and Eladamari seem to have some difficulties finishing this thing off, and I clearly couldn't finish it off. I'm just gonna say the hell with stabbing it, and I'm gonna start. I'm gonna start a song to let's see. I can aid one of them, but not both of them with the song. So, I think I helped. I think I helped Eldamari last time I did this. So this time I will sing a song of the great power of Ankaresh's magic to try and.
What does that song sound like? Just to put you on the spot. You are writing the Ballad of Anchorage. That's your bond. So
so it's another Katy Perry song.
Oh fucking
Oh,
yes!
God damn it!
So let's see. Since I don't know any Katy Perry songs, but we decided that all my songs would be.
No, they can be other songs. If you have another song that you want to throw in there, man.
I'm just not musically. I'm not a musical person. I don't follow music. Oh, it would be to the tune of something from the '60s.
Okay.
Give me shelter.
Sure, that works.
Mm-hmm. All right. Go ahead and tell me what effect you're choosing.
I will. Wrong tab. There we go. I will.
Jumping Jack Flash. Anything about the stones, really.
I guess I'll just give him the D4 forward to damage.
Okay, cool.
And now I will roll plus charisma.
Let's do it. I have a question. Did you guys want to enable 3D dice?
No.
Yeah. Why not?
No. No? Okay. Because they got the new Dice Agency 3D dice where you fling them. It's fine if you don't want to.
Oh, are they less distracting than the old ones?
Oh, no. They're more distracting.
I kind of want to now.
You should be able to turn it on yourself. It just won't show up for us, I think.
Okay, whatever.
You got a 9, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, on a 7 and 9, the spell still works, but I draw unwanted attention or magic reverberates to other targets, affecting them as well. GM's choice.
Oh, fantastic. You do draw unwanted attention. You feel someone just, like, caressing the side of your face. The audience would recognize it as the same blue hand that was kind of touching Entourage last episode. This episode, it's Frederick William Mayfield the 14th. You just feel something blue brushing up beside you. And it feels really familiar, like you know it.
Yeah, I was going to start reaching for it because I'm assuming it's another worm thing.
No. You just on the side of your face, you feel like someone like rubbing the back of their hand against you.
Yeah, I still do.
And when you turn to look, there's nothing there. But yeah, that jammin' Rolling Stones tune, man, he's just like, I don't know any Rolling Stones music from the 60s, but
Ooh.
Welcome to Casimir, we got fun and games.
That's Guns N' Roses,
I
think.
know, but I know Guns N' Roses, man. I could do Katy Perry, but now he's like, I don't want to do pop songs.
Question, does that work for spells?
Yeah. It's plus 1d4 to damage, man.
Alright. Magic missile at this thing.
Let's do it.
What the hell? Click and drag to roll the dice.
Yep. Click and drag them.
Ah,
Alright, I'm going to have to turn it on just so the audience can see what you're doing.
I flung him pretty hard.
Yeah, you did. You flung it pretty terribly, too. Holy fuck. Yeah, tell me about... Is there a fail for your thing?
Casting a spell.
Say what happens when you fail horribly.
Does it?
Doesn't. Okay, the spell is not cast. And I think all of those things are going to happen.
Oh no.
You forget the spell. The spell disturbs the fabric of reality, and you draw unwelcome attention. So yeah, you two feel that same brushing up against you, but this time it's like on your shoulders. Like it feels like someone with very delicate fingers is like patting you on the back and like rubbing your shoulders real quick. Two hands. It's very strange.
I reach up and try
There's
to...
nothing there.
Uh-huh.
Ella Damry, I want to know what's going on with you. The two of them are like touching themselves? They're not really doing anything useful.
It's clear to me that this thing has affected their minds again, and it's up to me to babble incoherently as I as I do something. I can't think of anything cool to do with a tiny little flying thing, other than, I suppose, waiting for it to fly to one of my friends, lining up a shot and throwing the spear at it so it impales him and sticks him to the wall.
Let's do it.
That sounds cool.
I also like how you're waiting until one of your friends is under threat.
Of course, it's got to be done cool, because that's an 8.
Because it's got to be fast, and it's got to be strong, and it's got to be faster than light. They need a hero.
Clearly,
you got an 8. All right.
I got an 8.
I think you're going to be drawing an attack on yourself, right?
Or doing less damage. I choose to do less damage.
That's not an option, is it?
For volley? Yeah.
Oh, you're taking a volley roll. Okay.
Yeah, I'm actively throwing this thing.
All right, roll a d10 minus a d6.
Yep. I just it's so tiny that it's hard to get properly. So I'm gonna roll an 8 minus 2 points of damage.
So here's what happens. You pierce this thing fully through, you spear it to the wall, but then it can't stick in there because you didn't give a solid enough throw. It falls out, and as it does, this thing explodes all over the room. Your spear is completely covered in blood and guts, and there's body parts everywhere. It smells horrible in here. Like, it's so bad, there's like rivers of blood going into the hole in the floor from the explosion earlier. It's disgusting and terrifying in here. What do you want to do?
I want to recover my spear and go.
Oh yeah, all of you can talk now.
Well, that was
What?
disgusting.
Who? What? What was
Soul
that?
harvesters of some sort.
Really?
soul
oh,
harvesters?
Yeah, it's in keeping with the theme.
Okay, I am going to go
Oh.
walk back into the next room. I'm going
Except
to go
for
into.
the booze chalice. The booze chalice kind of came out of nowhere.
Well, you know, maybe.
Everything else is
Maybe-
all like, nope, necromancy, trapping the soul, binding the soul.
Well, maybe he likes to get people really drunk, you know, and then experiment on them, or he does experiments while really drunk.
Yeah, he's
I
an
don't know.
alchemist and he's relying on this incredibly gaudy chalice to get people uber drunk on hopped up blueberry wine.
I don't know. I don't know why he kept it around. I don't care. I'm going into the next room. I'm going to get that guy's bathrobe and start wiping down my spear.
Starting to think my friend Novardi was full of shit.
Yeah, you wipe down the spear. The
And
bathrobe,
my face and
this nice, expensive bathrobe, is basically ruined forever.
Why? I just got you that out of the closet.
no, I went and got a new one. Well, whatever I could find in there.
You
that,
find
like-
a nice Hawaiian print floral shirt. It's got like pineapples and nice elven flowers on it.
Oh yeah,
You know,
ruin
like-
that shirt. It's
yeah.
tacky.
Yeah, that's tacky. I'm gonna ruin that.
Yeah, you fucking destroy that shirt. Then that blood is never, ever coming out of that one.
Actually, would prestidigitation take the blood off of us?
No. Yeah, well, off of you guys. This shirt's done for, though. The shirt got a 6-.
All right, do I need to roll that or?
Nope. Oh, yeah, you do have to roll to cast a spell. And you take a -1 to cast spells because you disturb the fabric of reality by being
Oh.
shit.
Just go ahead and mark stunned just for reasons. Yeah.
Yeah, you're good. What?
I draw unwelcome attention.
You don't want to forget the spell. It's prestidigitation, man.
I'll tell you what, you do draw unwelcome attention. Yeah, it's super unwelcome. Like, where you had those burning wounds in your butt earlier, it feels like someone is, like, currently groping your butt with these blue hands. Like, you just feel blue, and they are uncomfortably close to, like, very sensitive areas of your body, and you're just like, what the fuck is happening?
Alright, apparently magic has a libido.
Are you seeing purple again? Is that how you know this?
Nah, I'm just feeling blue. Ah.
Well, that's what the chalice of alcohol is for.
Yes! If you put some of that sentiment into it, it'll make the strongest alcohol for you, I think we established.
No, I was just thinking of drinking to forget, but that's also a good idea.
God, this thing's so weird.
Because I am going to drink a lot after we get out of here to try and forget this place. Just putting it out there.
I am honestly curious to see if the blue was written for the module or
Maybe you'll never know.
I'll never know, yeah. Because I
Oh,
just
you'll
bought,
know. You'll know.
I just got Plunder and Peril with my store credit and that burned out a lot of it, so
Fucking Plunder and Peril, man. That is one awful module.
It is.
I don't know. I think it has potential.
It was so
Oh
bad.
come on! I'm gonna run it soon. Don't say it's awful. It
It's
looks
a fucking
cool.
dance off with a fucking cloud of lightning, man.
Well, I'm not gonna be I'm gonna
Well,
be
that's why
playing
at
it.
least one of your players needs to be a bard.
Like
Because that item you get at the end of it on that final chronicle sheet, fucking
this
amazeballs for
He's
bard.
like, I want to ruin everything always. I check all the chronicle sheets of every game I'm playing.
Well,
I'm gonna be
Yeah,
playing.
why
I'm
don't
gonna
you
be,
tell me about this game right now? What do? You're
I'm gonna
covered in
go-
blood. You got an elf wiping his spear down. Someone's touching your butt.
prestidigitate
magic?
prestidigitate all of my blood off. Or the blood off of me.
Cool. Frederick William Mayfield the 14th, what are you doing?
I am going to go look for. Well, he's destroyed this bathrobe. Let's take a closer look at these creatures. You said that the ones that died, the first one that died exploded in this excess of goo, and the second one in this.
Actually, the second and third ones exploded. I think the first one got tossed out the window. Right?
I thought the
Yeah.
first one was the one we
No,
learned its
The
mass
first one,
was.
no, the first one was the one that was hanging on to you, Frederick William Mayfield the 14th.
Yeah, and I
And
impaled
it
it.
got stabbed, and it got impaled, and got tossed out the window.
Then I will look out the window and
There's
see
a
if
giant exploded body down there.
there's nothing left of this
There
creature.
appears to be enough visceral material for like a medium-sized creature, but this thing could have fit in your hand.
Right. Well, that's really messed up. And they came out of the clay pots.
Nope, they came out of the cabinet.
I will take a closer look at the cabinet then, and see if there's anything else in the cabinet.
The lock on the cabinet, it looks like the lock has been like scraped over and over again as something slammed into the door, and finally the lock snapped after you guys weakened it by blowing stuff up in the room. And so when they decided to pop out finally from inside the cabinet, the lock finally just rusted through and gave.
Does it seem to me that these were the creatures that were causing the noise?
I don't know. Does it?
Can I discern realities?
Yes. I don't know that that's one of the questions you can
Let me take a
ask,
look at the questions.
but I understand that that's the general... You're going to be asking things in that general radius. Let's talk about it. Roll your dice.
Yes, let me roll the dice rather than looking at the questions. Discern realities. Wisdom.
What you got?
Got 7.
All right, you get one question.
So now we go back to the window with the basic moves.
Yeah, let's talk about it.
What should I be on the lookout for?
Interesting question, eh? Huh. That's a tough one. Yeah. You should be on the lookout for the fact that there was obviously a sizable struggle in this room.
Okay.
Like, things were knocked over. Clearly somebody locked these things inside of it. There was a giant pile of high explosives in the corner. It's clear that not everything is what it seemed to be here.
Someone is actively laying traps in this place.
I don't think you get that sense. No, that's not a... You can believe that, but I didn't say that.
Okay.
What's inside the cabinet?
Inside the cabinet it looks like it's been beat up, right? It looks like these tiny creatures slammed into the sides of the cabinet over and over again and like dented the metal on the inside. And there's like, from when they hit it, like there's blood and guts and all sort of stuff as they damage themselves slamming into this thing.
That's lovely.
There's nothing else inside?
You look more closely inside. You don't really find anything.
I'm gonna
Maybe you'd
attempt...
like to discern realities.
Yes, I would.
Maybe you'd like to say yes and roll dice.
That's what I just...
Yeah, you rolled
Arthur's
like
getting angry.
Shit. I didn't get angry. I got awesome because he just fucking failed again.
Gain experience.
Yeah, you also take the sickened condition. You stick your head inside here, and you're just like all over the place.
God.
Like there's not just like the blood and guts in here, but there's also these creatures' fecal matter, and it just it's fucking horrifying to look at. It's otherworldly in nature.
Well, yep, I'm done in there. How about the rest of the room?
How about we close that cabinet up and check the rest of the room? I'm kind of interested in the struggle. Inkwells being knocked over.
It's going to be hard to find anything in here because everything's now covered in blood and flesh.
But there were inkwells that were knocked over.
Yep.
And I'm wondering if there are any like footprints in that might still be around despite the blood.
Sure.
Because
that sounds like something you could discern realities for.
People walking around in ink. Ink dries.
We got
8.
Okay, you can ask one question. You're closely reading the situation, and
what sounds like the best question to try and...
I know which one I'd pick, but of course I already know the answer, so the question is obvious. Like Jeopardy.
What here is not what it appears to be.
Oh, fantastic. There are signs of a struggle, but all of them appear to have been engineered and doctored. You do find a number of boot prints, but they're all from the same boots.
Okay.
So all the struggle is all one-sided. Like it just looks like we get tracker vision as you like kneel down and you see aside this shit, and then like you guys fade out and it's just Ella Damry watching Terrigan Flynn come in here in like fast forward motion and like take inkwells and throw them against the walls and rip paper up, and then like take the cabinet and push it over. We see him quickly like stacking the pyramid of stuff in the corner and like enabling the latch so that when the trap went off beneath it, all the things would fall through the floor on top of whoever was down there.
Gotcha.
And then it fades back. No, the camera keeps panning around, and as it pans around, Terrigan Flynn is gone, and your companions are standing there instead. Bam! Fuck fade outs. We're gonna do camera spinning bullshit.
Pretty much what I expected, but I just wanted to be sure. Yep. Looks like another fake fight. Man, he went to a lot of trouble to make it look like he was abducted or something. So guys, about that alchemy lab. Should we check that out before we head back to
That was the next thing in the plan, as I recall it.
I think it might be the last room.
Well, the two things that were of interest to me here were the alchemy lab and the noise upstairs. So we dealt with 50% of those.
Yeah. Well, we've seen most of the house. We can look. I'm going to start actually by looking through the hole though and see if there's like something connected to the door, if I can, downstairs. Like, do I open if there's like something obvious? You know, you open the door and there's a string attached to it, and a bunch of stuff will go and explode or anything that's immediately obvious.
That was what was set up downstairs. Like there's if you touch something in the alchemy lab, it pulls a string, and the floor where those jars were all stacked would drop out, and all the jars would drop on top of that person.
All right.
Probably instantly killing them. Because you guys had it delayed, right? You just had one explode, and then the rest of them exploded in sequence. Imagine all of them falling on top of you and hitting you at once.
Yeah, that would probably be kind of bad.
Yeah, so what do you guys want to do? Like, you get that idea as you look down into the square of alchemy lab you can see, which is located right here, from above.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and, like I say, if I can't really see the door from here, I guess we'll just gonna have to do it old-fashioned style. As in, we have no burglars, so I'll just sort of trip into that door, and we will hope for the best.
So you're breaking open his door downstairs to the alchemy lab?
Well, let's see if it's open first.
It's open. All right. Everyone's going down there?
Yep.
All right. You
No reason not to.
trudge your way back downstairs, trailing blood behind you on all his nice carpets, hardwood floors downstairs.
Well, let's try not to make a mess. I mean,
I think I prestidigitate all our boots clean.
Oh, of course. Of course. There's a bright line of windows to the exterior of the large laboratory. It illuminates row after row of shelves stocked with chemical reagents, minerals, metals, and creature parts, stored in floating, viscous jars. The wooden attic door remains open in the ceiling where it has been blown out. A low partition separates a small office in the eastern third of the lab, which is now covered in shrapnel, and 2 stone tables take up space in the western part of the room. It is clear that multiple alchemists can perform work here.
Multiple.
I'm going to suspect the answer to this is it's already blown up, but I would like to go over and look at the office space and see if his journals are at all still in...
Yes,
if
there
any
are a
notes
number of records here.
still intact.
Yeah, if you want to look over them. Many of them are destroyed, but if you look over the records that are still intact, it just simply records a number of ongoing experiments with notations from multiple alchemists. Only their initials are left. A lot of them read TF, but there's a couple other listed here. All of them are simply like talking about some form of age resistance of some kind. Either bringing back youth or stopping time from progressing within a biological entity. None of them appear to have anything nefarious. There's no evil plan outline.
So they want to make
Can I?
another sun orchid elixir. Type
Can I
something.
attempt to study these notes, see what I can glean from them?
Yes, you glean essentially nothing.
Can I spout lore on the subject?
On the subject of alchemical resistance to aging, yes.
Yeah. Alright. Alright, roll good.
You're lucky. You're lucky that 6 rolled over, man. You're gonna get fucking dumpstered. Yeah, you got a 9. You need something interesting but not useful.
That seems to be the order of the day for my lore spouting.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it? Yeah, you don't know a lot about alchemy. It's not your jam. It's not your thing.
It's not true magic.
Whoa. Okay, that's your opinion, man. You do know that the paperwork here outlines that there should be enough reagents for use in a master alchemy lab. Like, there's some expensive stuff in this room, as outlined by these sheets. Yeah, like you get through like purchasing records, stuff like that.
Interesting.
What I mean to say is, like, alchemy is kind of elementary as far as magic goes.
Sure, yeah. Try to pull your foot out of your mouth. That's fine.
I think
You said it yourself. Nobody else can be a wizard.
Yeah, I mean, elven wizards having a high opinion of themselves. I mean,
Pretty
that's
par for the course for Galarian.
Yeah, starting to remind me of Goler here. Hey,
God,
God,
God.
fucking Goler.
All his associates are purely listed by initials, but do any of the initials strike us as meaningful or interesting or notable or...
well,
Is there
you're
any
from
way
the town. Maybe you know something.
No, you're looking over these. You can't think of anyone. You don't know any alchemists that have these initials.
Okay.
Well, I'd like to poke around the room for anything of, I'll be honest, value.
Sure. In the open, there are 2 potions. There's also a full alchemical lab where an alchemist could work, and some portable alchemy crafting kits.
Oh, well.
And if you were an alchemist, you could learn the secrets of deep alchemy from Targan Flynn's notes here, which none of you are.
Well,
But such notes could be valuable in and of themselves.
yeah, I think we should totally take those with us. And, well,
Okay.
I
His
am,
combined notes are 3 load, as they're, almost 100 years worth of notation.
Oh, great. Excellent. Hey, Frederick, let me just put this into your backpack here.
Oh my god, this is really getting quite heavy.
I know, it's good
Yeah,
for
it's
you, man.
about 80 pounds of paper right there.
Let's add that to my weight.
Do you have enough load to carry that?
Oh, probably not.
Excellent.
What is...
We will make you hard.
Eldamri, you also find 2 coin. They're lying next to the 2 potions.
There are potions here?
Yeah, there are 2 potions in the open.
Identifying would be spouting lore, right?
Sure.
Come on, roll good.
Something interesting, but not useful.
Not only are these potions crafted with alchemy, but it appears to be a new form of alchemy you've never encountered before. They were doing some cutting-edge research. So whatever these potions have, no one's ever seen them before. That sounds useful, or interesting, but not useful, right? Because you don't know shit about what's actually inside of it.
I'm guessing there's no try again tomorrow.
There's try again next session.
All right, I'll pocket the
It's the
interesting.
let it ride rule.
I'll pocket the interesting potions and I'll mark them as such.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to put the 2 coins into the party fund because we're going to need a good burglar.
What do you do?
Yeah. So, well, guys, I think we've been over this place as well as we possibly can. And I think we've reached a very disturbing conclusion. How about we go talk to the old couple and decide where to go from there?
Tell them that their friend is a borderline necromancer and that he faked his own disappearance?
Yeah. Well, not borderline. He is a necromancer. He had actual zombies as staff. I'd call that
Necroalchemist.
You find the proper term. I'm calling him a necromancer.
I ran into a necro dancer once. Terrible person.
Nope.
Never become one, Frederick William Mayfield the 14th. No.
I will not become a necrodancer. Do not worry.
That's bard necromancers. Yes.
Nope.
No.
Nope.
Nope.
If my knowledge wasn't enough to determine his associates from these notes, maybe going back into the city proper and seeing if we can find someone who is even greater in the keeping of lore might be able to point us to his associates. That might be the next lead we should follow.
Okay. Yeah. So,
I mean,
what's the plan then? You're going back into town to do what?
Well, I was just thinking, and maybe the old couple know who these guys are. I mean, may as well ask them first. Just an idea. I mean, they might. I mean, we need to talk to them anyway. May as well ask them. Hey, do these initials ring a bell? And if they don't, then we go asking around to see if we can, kill 2 birds with 1 stone.
Probably.
Okay. So what's your first step? You go back to town and
go back to the bar and see if the old couple's still around.
okay. You return to the Sword Point Inn. You don't see them downstairs. It's just a bartender wiping down the table.
Hey. Well, Freddy, wanna go ask him if if he happens to know where they
I
are?
would be happy to.
Oh, wait, we do know where they are, right? They invited us to their house. I assume that we got
Yeah.
directions along with that. But
We were
they might
at their
not be at home.
house at
We
one.
were staying in their house, their
Yeah.
guest house, where they stayed here.
Yeah.
And we're staying in the house, and
And,
Ankaresh is staying in
Anchorage.
the guest house out back,
Yes.
Yes.
as I recall.
Well,
Yep.
Yeah, I
Yes.
suppose we should go rather than going back to the sword point.
Well,
Bar, we should-
You're already here.
we're there. We may as well ask the barkeep if he knows where they
Yeah,
are.
I was gonna say, why don't we go
Yeah,
back to
the
first?
barkeep. The barkeep. It looks like. Oh god, I don't have his name now. The old guy from Aragon. Shit, Ron.
Braun is an artist. That's the only Braun I know.
Brom.
Brom.
And he is played by blah blah. Jeremy Irons. Boom, nailed it. Didn't fuck that up at all. Yeah, he's played by Jeremy Irons, just wiping it on the table. Glad to have a cameo. And he just looks up from the bar and says, "I remember you from yesterday. How are you gentlemen doing?" Just wiping some stuff down. We don't normally get your kind in this establishment, but you seem to have a few coin on you.
What? Elves or adventurers?
I got nothing against elves.
No, just
You seem
making
to get-
sure.
Well, you got
I
plenty
had
of
nothing against
adventures.
adventurers either. He just looks over your exploded robe and is like, just take a different class of economic status, let's say.
We had a little bit of a situation. You might remember us from yesterday when we didn't look this bad.
Yep, I said I remembered you earlier.
Yep. This isn't how we
surely-
usually dress.
Well,
You seem to be dressed the exact same as yesterday, basically. Just a little bit more exploded and ruffled.
but you've had adventurers pass through here before, no doubt.
Yes.
Surely they come
Ones
back.
with fat bags of coin and, you know, well-groomed maintenance.
But surely when they come in, they're well groomed. But when they come back from their adventures, they often will look somewhat disheveled from the adventures. That's not.
So he shakes his hand. He's like, you know, as a matter of fact, that old couple that you were with yesterday, they do that sometimes. About once a year, they come in here for a couple days. They leave. They come back. They left me a message for you guys. And he hands over the message. He says, here's their room key. They said you could use their room. They paid forward 3 days. They left some supplies in there as well.
Crap.
Crap.
So I'm going to read the note out loud because the audience can't see it. And it's obviously done by Igneous Crandall. He's like, we have received word that Targan is being held against his will in the Verdwin Forest north of here. We have set out to find him in a place called Tristiza House. Please bring whatever you need and join us as soon as you can. Bring word of Dern's safety with you. Oh, it was actually written by Branitals. Imagine an old woman. Judy Dench read that instead.
Which one's Dara again?
Dern Fozimuth is the cleric who's in Hope's Hollow.
We need to stop by there and make sure she's okay on our way.
So, trap? Sounds
what
like
now?
trap. Trap?
Cool. Well, yeah, this guy likes traps.
Sounds like trap.
It does sound like a trap. But it looks like we're going to have to walk into it. But at least we know it's there. So, how
But
about
first
that
we
halfling
should-
burglar?
And we need to go to the convalescent home. It sounds to check on Dern.
We need to do that.
But the burglar should be our first priority.
We also need a
So,
little bit of...
Are you talking about the burglar in front of the bartender?
Well,
Trap
Not
master.
directly in front of him, but
In the bar, yeah.
Yeah, so he's like, you're looking for other adventurers then.
Yeah.
Yes, preferably of the short variety.
He's like, that's
Well-
very racist to just assume that it's going to be a halfling burglar. You know, extremely racist. I can't believe someone like you would adventure with elves. So sad.
They are the best of burglars. I want to hire the best.
Well, if you want the best, you can find them down at the docks. Just take a right by the seaside, head to the second tower. You can find them. There's a bar just off of Swift Prison where they all gather. You can find burglars, trackers, sentries, guardians, whatever you're looking for. There's even some who dabble in a bit of magic there. There's something else you should know. There's a man who came in here earlier looking for top quality adventurers. Man named Zaganos. Keeps to himself. Very respected man. A wild man of the sorts. A walker of the wilds. Not sure what they call him nowadays. Used to call him Beast Fang, but it's been a while since he's fanged anyone. We used to run together in the old days. Anyway, you can find him on the east side of town at his shack. It's a lot nicer than it sounds like. I've also heard that the constables are looking for some help if you want to head over to Swift Prison. There's also a merchant board in town if you want to head there. You might be able to find some extra work just in case you weren't busy enough. And, well, the mercenaries in town are always hiring if you want to try the Black Rock Company.
wow, busy town.
Yeah, perhaps after we deal with this situation with Tarragon Flynn, we'll find more work in your city.
He's like, I don't know who Tarragon Flynn is, but good luck.
Really? He's the half elf? Has he never been here with the old couple?
He's like, oh, the half-elf. Yeah, that young fellow. That's his name, then.
Yeah. Ever notice anything weird about him?
Carries around lots of potions. His friends don't like sitting near him when he's playing with them.
Gotcha.
Sounds like an alchemist.
Did he only come here with the elderly couple, or did he come with other friends
I
from time
can't
to time?
recall ever seeing him outside their companionship.
Okay. Okay. Well, thanks for all the help. So what do you... I think maybe we should check out their room upstairs, guys. They said they left some stuff there.
Sounds good to me. And then we should head down to this riverside establishment and look for our
Look for some
expert
front.
burglar.
Yeah, I'm also thinking, maybe if we talk to that Beast Fang guy, maybe... I mean, he's the seasoned man of the wilds. Maybe he'll be willing to join us. I know he's looking for people, but...
Or at least give us a sense of what to beware of in the Verduran Forest.
Yeah.
Verduran Forest.
Yeah. That would be good. If he's not willing to... If he's not willing to come with us, then he could at least provide info. That would be lovely.
So it sounds like we have our next 3 steps planned out. Perhaps we should execute them and adapt from there.
Okay, what do you want to do?
Well, didn't they leave supplies in their room?
That was
They
step
did.
1, was
Yeah,
go
that's
upstairs
the-
and look at...
Okay, you go upstairs. You go into their room that you unlock with your key.
Yeah.
On top of the table next to the beds, you find 10 arrows, a scroll with some sort of religious markings on it, and 3 potions, all of which are marked as healing potions on convenient little tags.
That's nice of them.
Everybody take a healing potion, first off.
Nice. 10 arrows. No bow, though. That's going to, well, maybe we'll get a bow somewhere. Well,
What do I know about the scroll?
Yeah, you read over the scroll real quick. It's clear that if you were to tap into this scroll, it's a one-time use object. It is a scroll of anchoring. As long as you don't move while you read from it, no one around you can move magically. It prevents magical flight, magical transport, and travel. But the instant you make any move at all, you break the spell and the scroll shatters into a million fiery pieces.
that
All
could
right.
be useful.
I'll take that.